So today I'm going to be doing a light, quick makeup look just to snatch my face a little bit. I used these two foundations. I mixed them together, my e.l.f. and my NYX. I do start out with a primer. I don't know what happened to that clip. Like, I don't know what's going on with recording, but I put my NYX in a few spots on my face. It's a little bit lighter, and then I go with my e.l.f., which is applied on my hand, with my e.l.f. airbrush blender brush that my daughter got for me. And I love this brush. Just buff that from my hand onto my face, and I kind of stipple that in a little bit and brush at the same time, if that makes sense. I used a beauty blender before. Sometimes it depends on what I'm doing or how I want my makeup to look, but today for this light look I just want to use my airbrush, e.l.f. brush. So I'm just gonna kind of stipple and brush. We want it to look like skin, and get that all over. Don't forget your neck, ladies. Get that up under there, under the eyes, really well. And let's move on to the next. I didn't put a lot of product, as you can see, just really light, nothing heavy. It's too hot. Then I go in with my Juvia's Place concealer in the color 15. I just take this and I apply in the usual spots. You know, I'm sure y'all know how to apply concealer. I'm quite sure. Y'all might tell me I'm doing something wrong. But this is where I put mine, my concealer. It is a little light, a little bit lighter than my skin. It looks way lighter on camera though. But then I also go in with my NYX Can't Stop Won't Stop concealer, and I apply that in the middle, which is gonna kind of dull down the Juvia's Place color. It's a little darker, a little more to my skin tone, which I love. I love this stuff. It's nice and thick too. Love a thick concealer, don't we? So now I take my sponge, not a beauty blender. I use a flat cosmetic sponge, and I take that and I wet it just a little bit. Fold it. I like to fold them. And I blend. Y'all know how to blend, right? Y'all got this. Y'all don't need to see me blend. Carrying on. My Black Radiance concealer stick. Now, I do not remember what color this is in. I don't think it says what color, but I just use this to kind of shape out my face. I love this stick. It's so creamy and buttery and soft. So I just take that, kind of draw the chin that I wish I had I stay on my diet, and draw out my cheeks. I take this BH Cosmetics brush and I just brush that, tap, 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 going up to the sides of my face, all over. Once I do that, I take my Morphe Banana Rich setting powder. And this little sponge is so small. I bought it in a pack. I love it. It's like the perfect size, just to get right under the eye and that cheek area for setting. I absolutely love this. It's so little. It's so perfect. Look at that. It's like the perfect size. I absolutely love it. I love it. I love it. I do. But yeah, I apply that under my eye and everywhere, you know. Yep, y'all know how to do this. Okay, everywhere I put that concealer, we're just gonna put a little bit of that Morphe setting powder, again in the color Banana Rich, to the forehead. Just go around. I like to go around when I do that. And again, this thing is so small. you can kind of use the tip of that just to get right up on that nose bone. I love this thing. Now, I do not bake. I brush that right off immediately because we do not want a heavy makeup look. I brush that into the skin and I don't flake it off. I buff it into my skin. You can see I'm not dusting it off. It's not flying away into the air. Kind of buffing that in. See, it looks a little bright, but you know, still gotta add our contour. And for my contour, I use my Black Radiance True Complexion Contour Palette and this brush. And I go in with my middle color, not the darkest, not the lightest. And I take my brush and I stipple that in. And again, back and forth on the cheekbone. Very light. We're just doing everything really light. We're not going heavy on any of these products because we don't want to look like we have a full bead and we don't want a hot cake face. So I'm going in again with that same palette. Yes, I did hit pan with that darker tone, and we're just gonna sculpt out the bottom of our chin again to make it look like we got all that weight off, but we didn't. So now I'm going with my LA Girl Pro Face and a big fluffy brush and just get that in there because I hit pan. And we're just gonna buff this all over our face, everywhere, over everything. This gives us a nice blend. It gives us a nice blend. Now what I don't do is go directly under my eyes, but I kind of do everything around. The forehead, the temple, the cheek, the chin, the nose. We kind of want to do everything except directly under that eye. We want to keep that area nice and bright. Now going with my MAC Hyper Real Glow. I know these products is all like, oh guys, okay, but these are the products that I use for my everyday. So we're going to use them. And I go with the darkest glow and a nice big fan brush. Okay, a nice big fan brush. And we're just going to just a little tappy tap because I do have oily skin. We don't want a lot. Now my Milani Make It Last Setting Spray Original and the matte. Okay, I use both of them. Again, I have oily skin. So this is the finished look. Just a little something, you know, a nice dark tan look. Summertime fine, summertime fine. Thanks for watching, guys.